And I'm back, and I'm really happy to be back too, although I'm in my Virgoan comfort in my mustard yellow. Okay, and the hair doing its thing. So Mars and Venus in Virgo to me is really interesting in the sense that sort of all the passions and the fires have been totally turned down. Virgo is mutable earth, you know what I mean? Can be a little bit picky and indecisive in regards to how it wants things to play out. Well, you would say that Libra has more indecisive characteristics, but the reason why Libra is so picky is because Virgo came before it, who knows exactly what is what, you know what I mean? So Virgo does go through this process of knowing exactly what it doesn't want and then really being particular about how it wants things. Mars being a passionate, sexy, primordial energy that just wants to get out all of this like angst and fire and desire to be. In Virgo, it's a kind of like fuck. Every little thing is bothering me. Mars in Virgo is like kind of like tiptoeing around shit a little bit. Or it could be acting like a big bull in a china shop and is just like fucking everything up because it doesn't like anything that's there. So Mars in Virgo becomes destructive. Every little detail is just non-acceptable. I can't do with this. This needs to be better. This is not good enough. This needs to be corrected. And then an aggressive behavior and approach in regards to how things are manifest, corrected, and assessed is like kind of like a jab to the stomach, a jab to the solar plexus. And honestly, like I have like this really soft belly thing going on, and I actually really like it. For some reason, to me, it feels really, really sexy. But that, I don't know if that has anything to do with Virgo, but having Mars and Venus transit my second house, I'm feeling really good about my body and like the softness and the jellos of it all. And so that's a really good way to like mitigate this critical, harsh energy in a way that you just kind of say, all right, I know this month, I know for a while, I'm going to be feeling critical of everything around me, so I'd rather just get comfortable with the idea that I love myself, because myself and my body, my soul, and my spirit, they all heal better when I am easy and gentle and kind to the body. Mars and Venus is natural, tender, concrete care that comes to you in ways that you wouldn't even imagine. As you know, Virgo, you never really know what to expect from a Virgo. You know, they are kind of stone-faced or bitch-faced, like Capricorn or even Scorpio, but you just never really know what's going to come out of them, versus like a Scorpio can be a little bit more predictable unless there's like a really wild and carefree moon going on. Okay. Venus in Virgo, I love the Venus in Virgo aesthetic. Venus in Virgo, I mean, Venus is in detriment in Virgo. It doesn't do good at all in Virgo because Venus likes to be voluptuous and soft and jello-like and hedonistic in ways, and Virgo can be the opposite in that Virgo wants to restrict, take away, minimize, organize, be practical, only take enough, only have enough. And Venus here can become indulgent in the acts of perfection. So never really being satisfied with beauty, having issues with the feminine, being hypercritical of the feminine, always wanting to mold and make changes. But this perfectionism results in an air of godliness, cleanliness, and a gray air of self-control. Venus in Virgo has beautiful aesthetic, as it just has an innate sense of like beauty and self and what looks good, what feels good. You know what I mean? Virgo ruling that nervous system. Venus here knows how to soothe the senses. It knows how to calm the self down. And so why do you think Libra gets this beautiful sense of taste and interior decor? But all that stuff comes from Virgo. I mean, So having Neptune in the opposing sign of Pisces going retrograde, I think it's nice, because Mars and Venus going direct can behave as themselves truly without any distortion from Neptune. Neptune's like, I see you guys over there. I could normally really like mess with you and throw you off kilter and stuff like that, but for now I'm just gonna let you do your thing. And so now is a great time for efficiency, as well as organizing plans, projects, finances, as well as organizing the home environment and organizing your meal structure and plan. Virgo is a great time to make plans as to how we can help others and serve others, and have the intention of taking self-care beyond ourselves, right? The more we take care of ourselves, the more that we're able to overflow onto healthy others, right? Venus, Mars, and Virgo. I mean, they say like Virgo is like one of like the freakiest signs, but Virgo only becomes freaky for you once you've earned their trust, and that's not an easy thing. So, which is why Virgo can come off as modest or prudish, and it's not so much so. It's just they're waiting for the right person to show themselves to. So, maybe now you are abstaining from any like sexual behaviors, and it feels so much better to stay obstinate and clean and virgin like, and really practice the act of just not celibacy, but the act of just being in your body and happy and whole, and without feeling the need to like be in tune with any other, and having that purity within the self. And so the masculine and feminine components are basically being purified and reorganized, and it's nice in Virgo. When Neptune goes direct, I have not looked at the astrology at all. I'm simply just channeling the information that I know is there. So like the moment that Neptune does go direct, what would it do to Mars and Venus and Virgo? It may try to it may confuse Virgo in the sense where they feel like their worth and values comes from their external assets and the things that they hold value to others. And also this can dissolve debt onto others. This is really good. It could dissolve barriers, as well as protection. So Neptune opposing these two energies, could it be a standing threat? And this is if humility isn't taken into play, as we must remain humble and still and do our work diligently. Venus and Virgo, it could be very picky when it comes to sex, can be really picky when it comes to the act of sex. Like Michael Jackson was a Virgo, and he had an aversion to sex, right? So he was kind of grossed out by it. And Virgo could be like that, could be an extremely harsh critic in the bed, and if it does not like something, it does not like something, and you will know it. On the other hand, when Virgo, Mars, Venus likes something, they like it, and it becomes a fetish because it now is an organized mental act. I am consciously portraying or I am consciously organizing the scenario so that it could play out in the way that would benefit and please me the most. And so, like, you have to kind of go along with Virgo's rules a little bit and trust that Virgo has an end surprise for you. So that's pretty much what I'm channeling for now. That is just kind of an energetic imprint that's at play. You know what I mean? And that can be tapped into to your benefit or not. Maybe you can understand why you're being a bit restrictive, and maybe why no one's really like dating heavily right this moment. I don't know. Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is an entrepreneurial energy, as someone who has done all the base steps to achieve perfection in their craft. This is also someone who continues to work and works diligently and works proudly and works consistently. The Eight of Pentacles is a lot of energy invested. But this is value at play. Like, there's stock here, is what I'm saying. Although it feels like the world may be crumbling. Oh, look at that. Although it may feel like the world may be crumbling, your act and vision as to how it all plays out plays a big role in society and in the way that our future events will be. So the Eight of Pentacles, the World card, and then the Two of Cups. Okay. So we're coming from the World position. So this is like stepping onto stage. Yeah, this is working in the spotlight. This is work in the spotlight. This is the completion of a job. This could be moving on from a job. This is success and recognition in some work. This is, being center stage, being on the spotlight. This is an active performance. This is a studied performance. This is a skilled performance. It's a skilled art form. And it is ready and prepared to go on stage, catching the spotlight. And then we have the Two of Cups here. So there's like some type of bond or union. Perhaps a lot of you maybe just very well be falling in love with your work, falling in love with your daily routine, falling in love with everything that makes you feel whole and complete, right? Working and remaining organized does have its benefits. It is soothing to the soul. But I know that, if you have more of a chaotic side that is a bit more of a wildfire, you will sense that has been tempered for quite a while, and it actually feels good, you know what I mean? Chiron in Aries affects all the fire energy, and so it kind of feels good to be in Virgo right now, or with this Virgo energy. All right, so what do we have here? The Nine of Swords. So this is some like worry and thought, anxiousness, as well as stress and overthinking about going up on stage or being put on the spotlight. This is underneath here. Nine of Swords is a fear and an anxiety, a repetition, a harmful one, a harmful thought process, nightmares, right? Fears. Then we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, interesting. So we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, double 8, 16, 7, Neptune. It's a little bit of an uncertainty. And the Eight of Cups to me marks that uncertainty. Eight of Swords is like deciding to kind of keep yourself in a mental prison that you can just decide to step out of with a flip of a switch. But the Eight of Cups energy brings an air of uncertainty that requires it to kind of leave everything behind and be prepared to kind of risk it all and leave it all on the table. So I mean, this is an emotion. I mean, come on. Being nervous and being on the spotlight is one that can make you feel some type of way. But we have Two of Cups. So this is like balanced emotion. This is rational emotion. This is thought out. This is meditative emotion. It's like a certainty of how we are feeling, a certainty of how I'm feeling. And then the Strength card, right? There's that certainty, that assurance that you have the strength and the ability. And Leo, the Strength card is a Leo card, and Leo is meant to be on the stage. So Virgo, unlike Leo, isn't so verbose about its need to be center stage. But Virgo has a need to be in the spotlight. Virgo has a need to show itself. And although it may come off as like shy and unwanting of it, I mean, not all Virgos, but this energy in particular is saying like a yes, like. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So this is like quick movement, quick, concise movement forward. The Ace of Swords. Hold on one moment. All right, sorry about that. A little bit of like sibling, whatever, calamity. No, is it calamity? Okay, so we have the Strength and the Two of Cups. So perhaps a relationship that you didn't expect to kind of make it through this like world, which is a completion, a complete closing of a chapter, but everything that you knew something to be. That Nine of Swords is like an agony and a pain and a feeling distraught in regards to this ending. But what you're not seeing is a solid bond, Two of Cups, a solid union, and one that is tempered and strong and forthright and bold, but controlled, right? And then we have the Knight of Swords and the Swords energy. So someone may be bursting on the scenes with an act of a solution, or offering a solution, or some sort of breakthrough, awakening process of clarity. Someone may be bursting on the scenes claiming that they know the truth about something, and that you must be the one to listen to them, right? And so this is kind of feeding off of your uncertainty of a chapter past. Pay attention so that you can be clear when this Knight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy kind of comes bursting through. This could also be after bonding a relationship and solidifying a relationship and making sure that it is strong and secure. You decide that you're ready to move forward with your message, and you're no longer in fear of what is past you. So this is a reconciling of everything that has come up to date. This is like a reconciliation of time, a reconciliation of your own thoughts, your own fears. We're no longer behaving in the ways that we've behaved the last 10 to 20 years. A breaking of habits, a chance to reestablish new habits and new routines. So this is the energy that I am seeing here presently. With the tarot, let me take another look real quick to see. Yeah, you probably will be just like minding your own business, like like all about, like all emotionally balanced and cute, and then someone wants to rush in with some shit, maybe to like stir up your day. But this is you keeping your calm and your cool with the Strength and the Two of Cups, keeping calm and cool, understanding and seeing past this Knight of Swords, and relying on your own clarity, right? The uncertainty and the anxieties of the past are exactly that, the past. That is over. That is complete. You've walked away from that soul lesson, that soul mission. You've invested your hard work. It could be a little bit painful because you feel like everything that you've invested has kind of gone to waste, but that's not how it works. Let's look at the Eight of Pentacles. Let's see, where does the Eight of Pentacles come back into play? Does it come back around? Knight no, King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone very like stern, no nonsense, like analytical person and being, moving across the waters. Two of Pentacles. This is an evaluation. No. Ten of Swords. So some type of like harsh ending. But then we have the Queen of Wands. Somehow we remain and come out of the situation victorious. Geez, that Eight of Pentacles has a lot of stuff in it. Maybe it's better off we do leave it behind. And then the Three of a nothing. The Empress. The Empress. Ace of Cups. Two of Swords. This is a renewal. Queen of Wands. Encountering a renewal. I mean, the Empress has everything she needs, everything she desires with this Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, a very balanced and clear mind. This is a clear mind. It's still and reserved, but it's a clear mind. Look at those butterflies. Look at the background. Look at the scenery. Everything is very calm. The water's pouring in, being ruffled up. There's still a calm element here. And then the Queen of Wands, on fire, desirable, hot, enigmatic. And the Empress, just pulling everything in. So we're ending on a really good foot. But what's unpacked in this Eight of Pentacles and this Eight of Cups is probably best being left unpacked, and to stop worrying about it and feeling like you need to go through every single detail, which is very, very defeating, because it's just a process that's going to go on and on and on. It's time to move forward. Six of Swords, and gain control of your mind, right? Be alert, become alert, and be able to keep up with your beliefs and these new acts of intentions that you come across. Your innate emotional self is balanced and cued, and that is only exemplified and or enhanced by the Strength card. So we are ending here with the Strength, the World, the Queen of Wands. Oh, wow. So we're leaving Leo season with a bang. But we are a completely new and different person. Yeah, Queen of Wands. We're totally spiritually renewed by the end of this Leo season, going into Virgo season. So yeah, that's about it. Let me see. I might pull a couple of charms real quick. Leo, end of Leo season. Virgo, Mars, Virgo, Venus, Mars, Virgo. That's one. Can I get a little more? Okay. Okay. So we have letters P, E. So like physical education, not like the one that in school, but like in real life. Flower, a little bit of a hippie and relaxed vibe, and that is enhanced with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius can be very free-flowing. Let others be themselves. Then we have this like paw print. So we're leaving our mark. This could be a little bit of a messy energy as well. Just representing pets. Yep. So we might be getting a new pet or considering a new pet. We have the paw print and like this tag of love. So considering something like that, Virgo rules house pets. And then the seashell. So this to me is your voice. It reminds me of a little mermaid, and it's blue, like the throat chakra. Eating your fruits, maintaining your pH balance, acidic versus alkaline. And then we have the idea of maybe a vacation, somewhere beautiful, like Hawaii, Honolulu. And with the starfish, we have a reinforcement of spas and relaxation. And maybe a little bit of a poison, like a bad vice or something like that. Just a little bit, like maybe some alcohol or something that may be, you know, toxic to you in large quantities, but harmless when just added into a dash of beautiful and harmony. Beauty and harmony. So yeah, I hope that this does something for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Until next time. Later.